Okay, so we have another declining birth rate video. Why Taiwan's falling birth rate has become a national security issue. Christmas is coming to Taipei, and the city is at least partially decked out in the season. In Musha, on the city's outskirts, the Catholic Church has set up a nativity scene. There is as yet no baby in the manger, and the scene looks rather forlorn. That's somehow appropriate for Taiwan, where there is a dearth of actual babies in cradles. Over the road from the church are two pet grooming shops, testimony to the changing composition of Taiwanese households. There are more registered cats and dogs in Taiwan than there are children under 10. As the country heads towards its eighth presidential election to be held on January 13, 2024, it is hitting a new low in births per year. Taiwan's fertility rate is one of the many things on the minds of the three presidential candidates. Front-runner Vice President Lang Ching-te, the candidate for the Democratic Progressive Party, close rival Hao Yu-e, running for the once all-powerful KMT, and Ko Wen-ji, candidate for Taiwan People's Party, the latest of a series of minor parties to make a splash in the country's lively electoral landscape. Ko is a populist who offers disaffected youth an alternative to the two large parties. He effectively politicized the fertility rate when he called a press conference on November 7th specifically to discuss responses to the declining birth rate. Apart from announcing his own 10-point plan, notable for its novel pregnancy bonus, he took the opportunity to wax sarcastic about Howe's planned third third child bonus and to attack Lai's record on related policies. In response, Lai's team drew attention to Cole's long history of misogynistic statements, such as unmarried women are like disabled parking spaces and unmarried women are causing instability and a national security crisis. Okay. In fact, all candidates take the problem of the falling birth rate seriously. For 3 years now, deaths have exceeded births in Taiwan. Only immigration is preventing a real decline in population. The policies the candidates offer vary more in detail than in substance. The particular amounts of money differ, as do the circumstances under which the money is paid, but in the end, their policies all amount to throwing money at the problem, a long term problem in Taiwan. The fertility crisis has long been a matter of concern in Taiwan. In a perfect illustration of be careful what you wish for, early population planning targets set by then dominant KMT were met and then exceeded in the 80s. The fertility rates dropped below replacement in 1983 and has never recovered. It was identified as an issue of national security in Taiwan's first national security report issued in 2006. Since then, the issue has been consistently in the news, local and international. It is associated with several negative economic and social indicators. The gradual increase in the burden of the national debt on each individual, the weakening of domestic demand, and the reduced supply of labor. The problem of aged care in a super aged society. So it sounds pretty much like the rest of the articles that we're seeing come out globally. For all these reasons, politicians take the problem seriously. Nonetheless, the fertility rate is a slow burner in Taiwanese politics. It lacks the immediacy of cross straight relations, widely held to be the main issue in current politics. But there is a meeting point between the two issues. Already, many fewer young men are available for military service in Taiwan than there were a decade ago. The Air Force, in particular, is low on trained personnel, and its fighter pilots are exhausted from the constant need to respond to Chinese jets crossing into Taiwanese airspace. This problem is only to some degree balanced by a parallel problem in China, where the fertility rate is 1.42 in 2022 and is also in precipitate decline. On neither side of the Taiwan Strait does anyone have any good ideas about how to reverse the fall. Candidates for the election in Taiwan all promise potential parents enhanced financial support, while no doubt fully aware of the limited effects of such measures on fertility choices. In China, President Xi Jinping's advice to women is that they should play their role in carrying forth the traditional virtues of the Chinese nation seems even less likely to yield results. They simply do not know how to talk to women. So, why are so few people having babies? Young women in Taiwan tend to explain their preference for pets over babies in terms of financial pressures, particularly the cost of housing. Housing is recognized as a serious problem in Taiwan, and all contenders for the presidency are promising to help with housing for couples with children. But in a society where having children is normatively associated with marriage, being married is generally a prerequisite for enjoying even existing benefits. The fertility rate for married couples in Taiwan is reasonably high, two children being the standard. The key question appears to be the key question appears not to be why don't women have children? The question is why don't women get married? In Taiwan, as in much of East Asia, marriage avoidance has become a market phenomenon. In 2021, a mere 50% of young Taiwanese between the ages of 25 and 34 were married. Of the unmarried group, 70% of men wanted to get married at some future date. A majority of the unmarried women had no such intention. Listen to that. 70% of men wanted to get married. A majority of unmarried women has they just don't want to do it. They don't want to do it at all. Listen to this. Similarly, more unmarried men, 61%, than unmarried women, 42.98%, wanted to eventually have children. So more men want to have babies than women. Since housing and raising children are costs for men as well as women, there is presumably something more to the falling birth rate than simply the financial pressure. I am sure. I'm sure there's more to it because the women are the one that typically have to do most of the childcare. That is just where we are right now. And this is global. That's why the birth rates are falling off a cliff globally because so many women are just like they see what is going on. They see that they become the beast of burden. They see the married single women. They see all of this. So, what is the purpose? And that's the reason why I keep talking about these things globally because it is a global phenomenon that who is doing the majority of the house care, I mean, the chores, the child care, all of that, the emotional labor. And then once women have the opportunity to just work and work on their goals, their own hobbies, they are saying, get someone else to do it. And the men in charge, they simply do not have any answers because they're not asking the right question. You guys go ahead and chime in what you think on this one. So we keep seeing these videos, these articles about the decline in birth rate. And is there any wonder that there is a decline in birth rate? I am going to play two videos that were basically sent to me yesterday, where these women are literally begging, just clamoring for more time to themselves. And this is a global phenomenon. We know that this is a global phenomenon. So definitely go ahead and watch these next two videos and then weigh in on your thoughts. What do you think about the global birth rate decline? Do you see it increasing? Do you see it decreasing? What are your thoughts on that? Just weigh in on whatever thoughts you have after watching these next two videos.
We go to an appointment that I had been wanting to go to for so long. Obviously, before a baby, you go to appointments whenever you want to. Going out is very easy. Having a child is like asking your partner, like we ask each other, can I take a shower? Can I take a break real quick and do some laundry? Simple things. I wanted to go to this appointment. I was gonna either bring my son, but it's raining, so I was like, I'm not gonna take the chance. Or two, I leave him with his dad for 3 hours and hope that Kian says yes. He did, but the convincing was that when I get home, he gets to go to the gym, and then tomorrow he gets a full free day without the baby, which, he's still gonna be there with the baby, but he doesn't have to do the feedings and stuff. So let me go to an appointment that I had been wanting to go to for so long. Obviously, before
I was 19, we started dating when I was 20. I got married at 22. I got pregnant at 22. I gave birth to my first child at 23. I'm currently 25. 6 months pregnant. I'm going to give birth to my second child at 25, and 2 months later, I'll turn 26. First of all, if you know me in real life, please just scroll. I really don't want you to see this. Oh God, I promise I wasn't going to cry. Ugh. Being a mom is so hard. I used to enjoy going out. I used to have hobbies. Now that I'm a mom, I don't have any hobbies. If I have just a day off, I don't want to spend it going out. I just really want to sleep. I want to chill. I just want to rest. And there's my husband. He's got all these things that he loves doing. He's got basketball. He's got, football. I love that for him. I just feel so lost and alone. It feels like I'm living my life for my kids.
Yeah, because this is the part they don't talk to you about. This is the part they don't tell you. This is the part that you don't get to see when everybody goes home after the baby shower. Think long and hard before you bring children into this world for whom you are totally responsible, even if you're married.